I've long said that August is the best football month of the year. Your team's undefeated. Fantasy keepers are good. Everybody's in a good mood. Chandler changed my mind on that hour one.
Well, I mean, the first 15 days, or no, 8 days of August were great.
Okay. All right. Now we've hit the bad part of August.
9.
Shirley, do you have Chandler from hour one? All right. Let's, because why not, instead of recapping it, we'll just hear Chandler in his own words.
Passionate?
Here's the condensed version.
Okay.
I think we have a soft coach.
Half a training camp, one preseason game, soft coach.
No, and maybe it's just his first press conference, but he's up there saying, hey, our guys tried. I love the effort. We were awful last night. We sucked. I want to hear from my head coach say, this was a bunch of dog crap. This is professional athletes. I hope they would give effort, but can you at least say, we sucked tonight? And he didn't say that at one bit.
That's Chandler from hour one.
Boy.
Now, I will say Shirley was turning that into a promo during a break, and even Chandler said, well, maybe I was a little hard. Maybe I was a little harsh.
1 week. 1 week. Dave Canales is on.
Soft.
Yeah, is on the chopping block.
Let's see, but here's the thing. This has been building up, and I'm like waiting, and he finally has his post game. Every interview I've seen him do,
Everything cool with our cameras, Chad? So there's an echo.
All right, hold on just a second.
Yeah, fix that.
There's an echo?
According to Chad.
Oh.
But I think Sean knows what to do.
All right. So what he was going to say is this, I believe, is that Dave Canales is happy, smiley everywhere he goes.
I argued that he's too pretty.
I just
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so what I was everything he just seems so like I don't know. When I think of an NFL head coach, I just think I told Clip this. I could not see him just chewing out a player. You know, I can't see him being like just
Come on, let's
in his face.
let's have a talk over here on the side, please.
Hey, I know you fumbled that ball 5
Would
times,
you like a
but you're
water?
going to get it. You're going to get it, buddy.
Yeah.
Do they have that guy on the staff? Who's the chewer outer?
We don't know.
I was going to look and see if you got any like old veterans.
Maybe the offensive line coach.
Yeah.
You know.
If they have a pretty offensive line coach, I'm all the way out on this team.
gosh. Yeah. No such thing.
Hey, Rob Moore, he was a good receiver. Joe Gilbert, that's the guy. That's the
He looks like an Army general.
Yes,
He's
all right.
the chewer
So
outer.
at least you have that. Bernie Parmalee, these are like my D'Angelo Hall, Dom Capers. But John, you know this. He can't come out and do that after one preseason game.
Look, and I'm not. And I went overboard. I'm not saying he should do that, but I think he should
Dig
be
in,
more,
John. God. You're soft like he is.
John, I know how we can make him mad again. Play the post-game comments because I understand his frustration when I heard some of those.
First of all, just want to say just how excited I was. Tonight was about our first
Stop
time,
it
guys.
there. Pause it. Pause it. He's excited, Chandler. They just played a whole game without scoring a touchdout. He's excited.
I'm so
He's
excited.
the guy that calls in after like a 34-0 drudging for the Pirates and goes, "How you doing, Clip?
All right, hit it
How's it
again.
going?"
First of all, just want to say just how excited I was. Tonight was about our first time, guys. The rookies, the guys who haven't had a chance to play in the NFL, and I
Like
think what they
Terrace
found
Marshall
tonight
Jr.
is it's just football. And they ran, they played
Stop
hard.
it. Stop it. Chandler.
They ran.
They ran.
They ran.
Tony, last time I checked, it's not a walking back. It's a running back. You don't walk routes. You run routes.
Okay.
Your team was running.
Walking
last night.
routes.
Your team
No,
was running. Yeah.
Running.
You got a bunch of runners.
Well, we got some things to talk about when it comes to this, but yeah, I mean, first is if the Panthers hadn't stunk so bad for so long, nobody would care about this
Absolutely.
first preseason game.
True.
You know, I think they were playing without 40 people on their roster. You know, I mean, so they didn't play arguably a single starter except for maybe a wide receiver.
All right, I'm going to make myself look dumb. I don't like when people think they know more than the coaches, and I certainly don't. But was that a mistake? Should he have played some guys? You know, to get him out there for a drive.
I don't know. It's rainy. The weather was crappy.
All right, fair.
You know, I mean, and that's another reason the offense kind of stunk is that, like, I mean, it was just cruddy weather conditions. Now, I mean, you don't want to be able. Couldn't move the ball. They couldn't get in the end zone. They couldn't. I mean, it's just typical Panther stuff. The scary part is you didn't play a single offensive lineman who's going to be a starter. Or it's not scary. I guess you just got to put that in the context of why it was so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, and the Patriots did play Jacoby Brissett. They played him for a little bit. So,
Chandler, can we move on from your anger? I do have some points, and I brought it up with Brian North and made a check mark to bring it up with Tony. So, just a few names from the box score that I do recognize. Terrace Marshall Jr., Jonathan Mingo. These are guys that you need to see take a leap, right?
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. What were their stats?
Nothing.
Zero
catches on 2 targets for Marshall, zero catches on 1 target for Mingo.
Mingo could have had a 20-yard game, but dropped it.
Dropped it.
Right in his chest, and he dropped it.
Also,
These are both guys that have been camped, not this year. Terrace Marshall Jr. was a guy in the past we felt, he's having a great camp. Now it's Mingo, who had a terrible season. He's like, he's flashing. He's ahead of Leggett. I mean, gosh, these guys are going to have to go out and catch the football. I mean, they run. Why can't they catch?
They're in the same situation.
You have to walk before you run. You have to run before you catch.
They're
And then keep running next time.
and these guys are both second-round guys that we picked up. Where you're thinking, oh man, like these guys can be the weapon we need. They both have shown in the first year. Are they the weapon?
They show that the Carolina Panthers cannot draft a wide receiver in the second round. It is impossible. The closest they got was Brandon LaFell.
Yeah.
Right, who was all right, but he was the best. Now you can go back to Dwayne Jarrett, I think was the second round pick. You can go to these guys. In fact, that's the best thing about Xavier Leggett. We traded up into the last pick of the first because we said, you know what, if we pick him in the second, he's going to be terrible.
Credit to Dan Morgan. He knows the team history, and he knew if he got him in the second, he would stink. Also, did not know former college quarterback Felipe Franks was playing tight end in the NFL.
When they showed his name up there, I was like, is that the Felipe Franks that I'm thinking of? And sure enough, I looked him up. Former quarterback at Florida, former quarterback at Arkansas.
He did have a catch for 4 yards last night.
And do you remember Jordan Matthews?
Yeah, he was a good receiver in college for.
I can't remember, but he was with the
It's been
Eagles.
a long time. Vanderbilt, maybe.
Yeah,
Vanderbilt.
that's him?
He was
Yeah.
killer. Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is this guy?
33.
32.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Wait, he's listed as a tight end.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he plays now.
Okay, I had no idea he was in the NFL.
And he was the best player on the team last night with 3 catches for 48 yards.
So, do you think he'll make? Who are your tight ends? Who's your?
Tommy Tremble.
Yeah.
Ian Thomas.
Yep.
And then
Jatavion Sanders. I
Sanders
think.
from Texas.
Jordan Matthews. That is crazy.
He balled in Vanderbilt back in the day.
Yeah, he was a good player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you surprised to see Smith Marset play so much last night? He was playing up into the third, early fourth quarter.
No, I mean they had to play somebody. At some
Why are you surprised to see him? Is he supposed to be good?
Well, I mean, I feel like he's supposed to be maybe at least the second guy in the rotation.
I think he's a fan favorite right now more so. And really special teams, yeah. And somebody has to play, including Brady Christensen, who played the entire game after missing part of last season. So let's take a third-year player and rest all the other vets, but make this guy play every snap.
I'm going to ask you this question, Tony, because it kind of became a concern for me last night. How concerned are you with our depth on the roster?
I think that's been the concern for our team. You know what? I'm concerned about the front line, the first string, let alone the depth.
Yeah.
This team it's not a very talented team, and one of the reasons it's not talented is because it has no depth. I mean, maybe the offensive line can come together and you get some players like Chandler Zavala or Cade Mays or Nash Jensen, who didn't play last night. Maybe these guys can fill some roles if necessary, but right now the Panthers are trying to get the players that they pinned in to be starters to play, and we don't even know if they're any good.
Judging by tweets and the text thread I was on with Chandler and Mully, was Joe Milton the standout from last night's game?
Dude, I don't think you got, because you said you didn't watch all the game, but Joe Milton definitely lit up the crowd last night, was making plays like Lamar Jackson and escaping the pocket, creating time, running for 15
Who is
yards.
this guy? He was a
Tennessee. Because they drafted 2 quarterbacks. They drafted Drake May with the 3rd overall pick.
Oh.
They drafted Joe Milton in the 6th round.
Oh, they did a little RG3 Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where they drafted 2 quarterbacks.
In fact, I saw a tweet last night that said, "This is Drake May and Joe Milton," and it was a picture of RG3 and Kirk Cousins in a Redskins uniform. But no, Joe Milton threw a touchdown pass, a laser.
Yeah.
To his receiver. He just looks like he has confidence. Even before this preseason game, I saw videos of him throwing a ball into a net, like a perfect throw, crowd going crazy. He gets them even more fired up because he does a backflip.
Oh, yeah.
Last night,
awesome.
he throws that touchdown pass.
Backflip.
Crowd's going crazy. He goes to the second. No, he doesn't do a backflip. That would have been cool. He goes to the sideline. He's doing like this right here. He's having a handshake with a receiver on the sideline.
Fun.
It's like he's got.
It's fun. He's got the juice.
He's got the juice.
Well, I wonder what they're going to do at quarterback because they have Brissett, who's the old vet they can count on.
He played one drive. Then Drake May played one drive. And then
they have Bailey Zappi, who we were like kind of fired up for, and he's not it.
Stays.
Yeah. And then, so did Milton finish it?
Yep.
Okay. The Patriots did play some of their good players.
Yeah.
Stevenson, the running back. Antonio Gibson, former commander with the Patriots now. I don't know what their receiver depth chart looks like. I'll look it up. I do see Jalen Reagor. I recognize Butte from LSU just because he's got a cool name.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
He got cut today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, and then everybody's like, Panther. God,
He's not
it. If you're getting cut by the Patriots with their wide receiver group, you're getting it.
Let me look at their depth chart and see what their starters could look like. Jalen Polk. Help me out. Who's that, Jarrett?
Washington, rookie.
All right. Kendrick Bourne. Remember him. Demario Douglas.
Don't know that guy.
All right. Jalen Reagor. Know him. KJ Osborne. Remember him with the Vikings. Butte. So, yeah, not a lot of big names there.
Is Javon Baker on there?
Javon Baker is up here, yes.
All right.
They have him listed as a second string. But they have basically 3 starting wide receivers. So, single back. 3 receivers. Who is he, a rookie?
Who, Javon Baker?
Yeah.
Yeah, UCF last year.
Okay.
Polk played last night. I remember his name.
The Patriots are looked at as the worst team. Panthers second worst-ish going into the year. So the other day, Tony, let's take a break. We'll come back.
Yeah.
I heard a discussion on a show, and I kind of like this because it's a gambling show. So it's not a fan. It's not an NFL expert, insider. It's somebody that is putting their own money on what the Panthers are going to do.
Okay.
So I heard pros and cons of the Panthers season over-under for win total, and we'll go over some of those. When we return, Pirate Radio Live on a Football Friday. Tony, if you're looking for some fodder for the C3 podcast for some upcoming programs, you can go check out Wednesday's edition of Pick Central on Barstool because one of the panelists said under 5.5 wins for the Panthers and was going over the reasons. 2-6, 4 games is a pretty big jump. That was his first remark. Says they didn't do much to improve. They've got the same quarterback. Of course, they have a new coach. We're going to get to the reasons why they might go over in a moment. So, he says the Falcons have gotten better. The Bucks might regress a little bit, but should still be pretty good. Saints are the Saints. Maybe split with them at best.
We had, and I'm blanking on his name because I'm great with names, but we had a guest on who was from, I think, 365 betting, sports betting or something like that, and he was talking about how the Panthers were good or maybe a potential bet at 4.5. And when he made that appearance on Colin Cowherd, the number automatically went to 5.5.
I feel way more comfortable with 4.5 than I do 5.5.
Yeah, and he basically said this is when we had him on the show. I said, did we miss the smart money? He's like, well, you might not want to take this bet anymore.
Yeah, it's one game, but it seems like a lot. That 5 to 6 number.
Because it is a 4 to 6 win season. Yeah, potentially. Now, I mean, anything could happen.
Sure.
They could be better and surprise in some way, which we're all hoping for.
I brought this up with Chandler. We don't discuss this. This is a lot like ECU football. all we're focusing on is the offense because we assume the defense is going to be fine. But Brian Burns is in New York. Washington took a couple of guys, Jeremy Chin and Louvu. You still got Derek Brown, who you said is kind of the bell cow, the face of the Panthers almost at this point, the name of the Panthers. Any concern that the defense may regress? Because if that's the case, that's troubling.
Yeah, well, I mean, one is the defense wasn't good last year. Is despite what some of the statistics say, is that teams could beat us by. I mean, we couldn't put any points up at all. So I mean, the two games we won that we didn't even score a touchdown in. One of them we won 12-9 against the Falcons. So that team, it didn't take much to beat the Carolina Panthers, and there were times where that defense folded when they needed to. So they, I've described them as fool's gold last year as a defense.
Well, when one side looks so bad, it does make the other side.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can just screw up less. Now, you talk about losing Brian Burns, but we had the league lowest sacks last year with 30, I think, something like that. So, I mean, I don't know. Is right now, look, the Panthers invested all of their offseason money in the offense, trying to build an offensive line for Bryce Young, and they did it at the behest of the defense. So if they're going to be good, it's going to be because Ejiro Evero has gotten players to play above their station. Now, on the other hand, too, is really did we get much worse? I mean, you add Jadeveon Clowney, because maybe that can cancel out Brian Burns. Did you? Yeah, you lost Frankie Louvu, but you're bringing back Shaq, and you get Wallace?
Trevin Wallace. Rookie out of Kentucky.
Chandler brought up a name yesterday, Tony. I don't even know if you want to talk about him. J.C. Horn.
Oh, yeah. Did he get hurt? No, he didn't play, right?
No, but he brought him up to say if he plays, you could get something there. Who was the guy that I just stopped talking about and said I wouldn't talk about? Oh, it was Curtis Samuel 2 years ago. It actually was pretty good last year. But I was like, I'm not going to mention this guy's name because he's never on the field.
Yeah, no. And that's how I feel. Look, I'm irritated by Panther fans. Oh, they're like, well, when J.C. Horn's on the field, he's one of the best corners in the league. I'm like, man, that means you have a sample set of 5 games.
Okay, Tony, the Panthers have played – have there been 2 17-game schedule seasons?
Yeah.
Panthers have played 50 games since Horn got drafted. How many games has he played in?
20.
22. You were close.
Yeah.
And 13 in one season.
Yeah.
And then 6 and 6 in the other, something like that.
So last year, I think, was the 13.
Or it might have been 11 in one season and 6 and 6. Either way, not a lot.
Yeah.
All right, here was the counterpoints to those. Why the Panthers could win 6 or more games. They brought up the addition of Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
They brought up the O-line and the upgrades to the offensive line.
Yeah, very helpful.
I think the biggest, and this is wishful thinking, but there is some proof in the pudding, the QB whisperer that is Dave Canales. What he did with Geno, what he did with Baker, can he do that with Bryce Young? And if you're hoping they go over, you're using that as a bullet point because Geno was all but done. I figured he was out of the league. Baker had been floating around place to place, wasn't wanted in Cleveland, tried it with the Panthers, did not work.
Had his best year last year.
And was great and was really good last year.
The one thing, that is the argument, and that is why Dave Canales was hired as the head coach, is because of that resume. But at the same time, Baker is the only one he ever called the plays for.
Okay.
So
Geno, he was what, a position coach?
Quarterback coach. So, yeah, I guess that's helpful to be the quarterback coach, but, I don't know. It's at this point, it's man, I just need the Panthers to play and be something.
Sounds like you're more on the underside than the over, though. If you had to.
Yeah, I feel like that it's one of those things where it's kind of just dead on the money, right? It's 5.5.
5.
Yeah.
If you could get that sweet spot of 5.
Yeah. If it was 4.5, I'm going over, but I really feel this is risky at 5.5.
Jamie says, Sean, that's 3 yawns in 2 minutes. What can Clip and Tony do to keep you entertained? I'm going to say not talk about the Panthers will be a good start.
Yeah. And turn the air conditioner down.
Turn the air conditioner down?
Or up. Well, down.
Up.
You want air on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean, I was going to say that's making him sleepy.
He's too comfortable.
Yeah,
It's a little toasty in here.
it is.
Jared, as an outsider, what do you think about the Panthers' 5.5 wins this year?
That was one of the first win total bets I put in, over 4.5.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
so
Yeah,
So
you
you
got it.
got in early.
Yeah.
You
as
got
soon
on
as
the
DraftKings
smart
opened,
money.
I hit Raiders and Panthers.
What was Raiders?
6.5.
I love the Raiders over.
It was
Remember
the
we
same?
had that discussion, and I love the Raiders over. CW loves the Raiders under,
Oh, yeah.
but I'm on board with the Raiders.
Doubt is starting to creep into my mind, but I'm still fully. I mean, we got to go 17-0.
Oh, God. Well, there's
Gotta
only
win 'em
one.
all.
There's only one man that can lead you to that.
Tom Brady.
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew. I was hoping you'd say him.
Coming up tonight, preseason action, Falcons, Dolphins. Let's run through these
Ooh,
and talk about young guys that we might want to see. The Dolphins have all their stuff. Like, is anything interesting? Falcons,
Michael Penix.
yeah, I want to see Penix.
Yeah. I mean, and hey, I'm sure Falcon fans want to see him too in a way because they drafted him the first round or something.
What is Cousins' deal? Is he hurt or is he?
He's ready to go. Got
Okay.
clears for full contact, but they're not going to play him.
Right. So hopefully we see some Penix tonight. Texans, Steelers. Justin Fields?
Fields and Russell.
Yeah.
Stroud's playing.
Nice.
Oh,
There's like a handful. I'm pretty sure he's one of them.
I had a funny conversation with Mike Mullis last Monday coming home. No. It was Thursday. Oh, I met with the dudes from the Buck. It was during the Hall of Fame game. And he said, "You watching this game, Well, and I was like, "Yeah, I watched a little bit of it." He was like, "Man, Tank Dell got shot."
oh,
And I was like, "What?"
really?
He was like, "Did we miss this? Did we talk about this?" I don't know. Did we? I don't remember
I
talking
don't
about
remember
it.
saying
I don't
Tank
think
Dell
so.
got shot either.
I don't think y'all brought it up.
But he did.
He got shot in the leg at a party, like trying to run away.
Yeah. I don't remember talking about that.
I don't either.
But big year for Tank Dell coming up.
Well, and they drafted another guy or drafted another guy. Like they're just adding to the.
Oh, they added
Well, they
Stephon
added
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
I don't think they drafted him.
No, they didn't get.
But they have Dale, they have Nico Collins, they have Stephon Diggs, they have CJ Stroud, which is why a lot of people are looking at them as maybe the Lions 2 years ago or so to make another leap. The Lions, by the way, so they went from missing out on the playoffs the last
Right.
game of the season to
Almost making the
NFC
Super Bowl.
championship.
Yeah. What about Hendon Hooker? How did he look? Did anybody?
I didn't watch it.
He looked pretty good, but Sudfeld got most of the game.
Oh, okay.
And I heard he was awful.
God awful. I mean, those two games are an embarrassment to football last night.
Yeah, I agree.
Eagles, Ravens, no Keaton Mitchell for a while.
I guess no Saquon.
Ravens, are they still undefeated for like
Oh, man.
eternity and
Did they lose last year?
in the preseason?
No.
I think they were.
They're underdogs tonight.
What?
The Ravens are
Yeah.
underdogs. Hold on. Ravens preseason streak. 24 straight dating back to 2016.
They
And they're-
lost. They lost last August to the Commanders.
Oh, yes. I watched that game.
Busted.
And yes. Okay. I remember that now. Because it was
like
like
a
so
playoff game.
exciting.
Now,
I was
now
like,
they're
this
not
is
going to
our
be able
playoff
to.
game.
They're not going to be able to win again now.
No wonder
They're
they
Wasn't
underdogs.
FedEx Field like going crazy?
it was rocket.
It was like a
baby.
game-winning field goal. They rushed the field.
29-28. Joey Sly, 49.
Oh, nice.
Who played last
Yeah.
night for the Patriots?
And
Oh,
everybody
wow.
was picking on us for being excited about it. Like, screw you, man.
Yeah, hey,
This is our
take a W where you can.
small victories here. Really looking forward to Commanders Jets for two reasons. Jaden Daniels, welcome to the NFL.
Yeah.
Isaiah Winstead trying to make some plays for the Jets and keep him around, hopefully.
Anybody else for the Commanders you're wanting to see?
I
Probably
wonder
not
if-
gonna play a
if
lot.
our new Panthers boys will play.
Yeah, Chin
Yeah,
and
see what
Luvu.
Jeremy Chin
Oh,
can
we
do.
have a new Luvu. He actually had a good game last night.
but,
Leota.
Yeah, Leota.
Because he even did the
Yeah.
after a couple big plays.
Ray Liotta?
He also passed away.
Yeah, he's dead.
R.I.P. Bears Bills tomorrow.
Do you know what film he died?
Was it Cocaine
Yeah.
and Bear?
yeah.
Is that the movie?
Man, he
Yeah.
just must have been hanging out with that bear.
What that bear doing? Oh, by the way,
Right, I mean, Chosen is with the 49ers.
Chosen has a job.
Does
They
he-
chose
I thought he
him.
retired.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chosen. Raiders and Vikings, 4 o'clock on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
What quarterbacks are playing?
Both.
Nice.
I don't know who's starting though.
Are they doing paper, rock, scissors too, like ECU is?
I hope not.
Is there a pecking order right now?
It's neck
O'Connell?
and neck. I mean, Minshew will have a good day, and then the next day it'll be bad. O'Connell will step up.
You
So,
predicted O'Connell will start, right?
I think so, just with the continuity.
I think that would be best because Minshew coming off the bench would be the best case
That's
scenario.
what you want.
Devontae said he would prefer Aiden O'Connell. So
Publicly?
yeah, I mean, just like he said, it's his job to lose. He thinks he should be the starter.
He's the incumbent.
Yeah.
How's Devontae? Is he ready to leave
I
right
mean,
now?
how's
if you don't
Devontae
look
doing?
at Twitter, he's a happy person in Las Vegas. But on Twitter, he's demanding a trade every day.
You know who's not a happy person? CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that. I think that's nothing. So Jerry Jones said we're not worried. I retweeted it.
I
so I'll look at it.
don't have the effort to do that right now.
I'd love for this to be something, but I just don't think it is.
No.
Cowboys under Jerry Jones on contract talks with CeeDee Lamb. I don't have any urgency to get it done. And then CeeDee Lamb quote tweeted it and said, LOL. He's talking.
Period.
He's talking
Period.
to the other Jones, Stephen Jones, and they're going to work something out. So I wish this was something. It's not. A better tweet I retweeted last night was this guy saying, a white Moesha Johnson. I've seen it all. Australian swimmer, Moesha Johnson.
Who's Moesha Johnson?
It's just a name you don't associate with a white person.
And that made him giggle.
Another great retweet from last night. Kevin Durant. A lot of BS happens in our country, but a lot of great things happen too. Philosopher,
He is.
Kevin Durant. Did you see the basketball game yesterday, Tony?
No.
It was wild.
Well,
USA,
wait. Did Steph Curry drop like
he went nuts.
36 or something?
Yeah. They were down 17. They were down 15 in the third quarter and came back and beat Serbia, the Joker.
Serbia.
Yeah. All right. Anything else with the Raiders you're looking at?
The offensive line at right tackle, DJ Glaze, the rookie, and Thayer Munford battling for that. So
DJ who?
Glaze,
Are you glazing him?
nope,
Okay.
Man, he
Is Robert
doesn't-
Gallery playing tomorrow?
I don't think so.
He could just be a dang DJ with no, just use his
DJ
regular name.
Glaze.
Yeah, regular name.
Facing the Viking. I'm interested. That's the wrong word to use. I think the
Sam
Vikings
Darnold?
might stink this
Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
He's gonna take him to the playoffs.
year. Playoffs? I don't know about the Vikings. I guess will we see the Michigan rookie tomorrow?
probably, but
Yeah.
You better.
I think he's QB3 on the depth chart right now.
Packers Browns. Tony, have you heard the latest Jameis audio?
Yes.
Shirley,
Yeah.
do we have it from yesterday?
Please.
I need-
Knack paddywhack.
Let's hear Jameis.
I think that's one of the things that a lot of people forget. When you can go out, you can see practice, you can knick-knack this, that, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Deshaun Watson is going to turn it on. He always going to find a way to shine when the lights come on. Man, I just rhymed. Can I leave out there? But I know that one's going to hit.
He said, I know that's going to hit. He's like, I'm going to be all over the internet tomorrow.
We can't keep letting him get away with this. How does he continue to do it, folks?
Oh, man. I just
Opens his mouth with no idea what's coming out, and it
He's
just turns into.
got to be the coolest person in the NFL.
Yeah, maybe we need to do another who do we want to hang out with quarterback draft.
Oh, he's number
Let's do it
one.
when we return. We'll get Jared.
We have to take Jameis out, right?
It's called the Jameis Winston Memorial
Draft.
Who do you want to hang out
We
with?
wish you were Jameis.
What QBs would you like to hang out with? Which ones
Crap.
would you not? So we'll do that to wrap up the hour. Jamie says, did Plaxico do good after getting shot?
You win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm going to say that was post-shot because that was kind of early in his career.
With the Giants.
He cheddar bobbed, right? He shot himself.
Yeah.
It was in his pocket.
Well, I think he had sweatpants on with no pockets, and it just fell down his pants leg.
It was
and
a
shot him.
bad situation.
It's just dumb.
Yeah.
And you can't have a handgun in New York, right? Immediately you get,
Yeah, he got in a lot of
You get popped.
crap just for that.
yeah.
Just for his
Because you're not
locale.
allowed to carry anywhere there.
So Plaxico Burress would not be on my list because he can't control his gun in social settings. But we'll do quarterbacks we want to hang out with. And it's the Jameis Winston Memorial. Jared, we're going to let you go first.
All right, I'll go Baker Mayfield.
Ooh, good one.
I thought about him. So, like, this kind of depends on, and we're choosing now. So you got a mature Baker Mayfield, but he probably still has fun.
Still throws him down.
But he's not. Wasn't he the one on video where he's like running and gets tackled by security? Or am I getting that wrong?
That was when he was at Oklahoma.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good choice. You're a young guy. You want to have some fun. See, my choices might be a little more subdued than that.
Okay.
Chon, you can go second.
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, I think he might be too wild for me.
Nah, not for me. Spirit animal.
Yeah.
Guy lives in a van.
Yeah.
Down by the river.
Man, he's white Cam.
Yeah.
All right, Tony. Oh, did you just say your guy?
No.
Is he eligible?
No. Oh, God, that would be it. I'm going Jared Goff.
I know why. I was going to pick him just so you couldn't get him. Now, are you sure he's still with the same female?
I don't know.
He
but
just
I
married
mean-
her like a couple weeks
Oh,
ago.
did he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, look,
What did that? What
you
was
know,
that?
I wonder why I didn't get an invite to the wedding like Cam didn't yet for CMC.
What were we watching? What was that thing, Tony? That
Was when he scored his first game with Detroit?
and she was on a like
A
swimsuit shoot.
And it was just
And Tony, it was love at first sight for Tony. And I mean,
yeah.
I frequent that video.
that's funny.
Jared, I'm just gonna hang with your wife all day.
Can we double date this? Can I be the third wheel?
Don't you need to go watch film?
All right.
He's watching film. He's satisfied.
Yeah.
I thought about being funny with this pick. And well, not really funny, but like I'm pretty low key now. So like a Brian Hoyer or Joe Flacco.
Okay.
We'll just do like old man stuff. Sit in a rocking chair. But I will go Josh Allen. He is
okay.
very cool,
Yeah.
laid back dude. And good sense of humor. I've seen him on some stuff. So Josh Allen will be my pick. All right, Jarrett, who are you and Baker Mayfield hanging out with?
Matt Stafford.
Man, that's a good one. That's a good one.
LA
Yes.
might run into basically Jared Goff's former stomping grounds.
Tony is going to take Julius Peppers next after seeing the video of his woman. Sean, Gardner Minshew.
Deshaun Watson.
Oh
I'm
no.
just kidding. That's not my pick. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, just go eat some high.
What are y'all going to do? Ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca.
Aaron Rodgers, Gardner Minshew are going to be high.
Oh,
There's shrooms involved.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of hallucinogenics.
maybe a medicine man.
I don't know, man. I would like to.
That would be intense. That would be an intense couple to be with.
Yeah.
Like
If you
it's like
get-
on the Hangover.
You do the ayahuasca and then you just let them talk social issues, politics.
Yes. Like, because I feel like Aaron Rodgers, just listening to him, I'd just be like,
Yeah.
and then Gardner Minshew would just be telling stories of when he was at ECU and Washington State, and I'd just be like, in heaven.
There's a name on this list I'm surprised has not been picked yet, but might go next round. That would be kind of funny. You know what?
Whose pick is it?
It's mine.
Go get it.
Nah, I can't pick him.
Who'd you? Oh, did Chandler pick? Oh,
I
he
just
did
picked
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers,
Rodgers.
right? Because you started with Deshaun.
Oh, that was a joke.
And what is that happy ending?
You know what? I thought this guy was a little too cool for me, but it'll balance it out with Josh Allen, I think. I'm going to go Joe Burrow.
He was on. He was.
He
the
was
top-
going to balance my group out.
I'm surprised he hadn't already been picked. Again, like he might be with the hair now.
Yeah,
and
he
the-
lost a little bit of shine in my eyes with that haircut.
He just tries too hard to be cool.
Maybe.
Like-
But he is naturally cool. He doesn't even
I
really
don't
need
think
to
so.
try.
I really don't think so.
I think so.
You don't think
What-
the cigar in the locker room?
No, it's like Jason Tatum doing his finals thing. It's just ripping off the people who came. before
Now,
you.
Jason Tatum is trying.
Yeah, trying too hard. Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
he's a
like,
tryhard.
I feel the same for Joe Burrow.
All right.
All right, my pick.
No. Wait, did I skip you? I did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You like that?
So I thought about that, but I was like, man,
Kirk Cousins.
I'm corny
like
enough
he's
that I
old.
don't need two cornballs.
Oh no, he's like gonna be. You're just gonna be balling, dude. He's got so much money. We could just great time, great time.
You and Jared Goff's wife could have a tremendous time with
Oh, and
Kirk
his-
Cousins' money.
yeah, totally. That's what it would take to get invited.
All right. Next, we go to Jarrett.
I'll go with Aiden O'Connell.
Why?
He One, he looks like Farva from Super Troopers, so that would be a trip. But
Bite it.
yeah,
Bite it.
Yeah, just that. Looks like Farva.
Okay. John.
Give me Zach Wilson.
Oh, God.
Chandler, this is the worst draft I've ever seen.
He's really got for me being the one that picked Jared Goff, he really went hard in the paint with Deshaun Watson as a joke, and now Zach Wilson.
Okay. Why is Zach Wilson?
Because
He's my age, and he seems like a cool dude.
Okay.
he is not your age.
I think he's my age.
He's younger.
Yeah. Okay.
He's younger.
He's younger.
All right. Give me.
Well, you know what? We're gonna call your mom up and say, stay away from this weekend.
Stay away from my best friend.
Yeah.
This is by far the best value of the draft. Should have gone earlier because he's cooler than a lot of people on this list. But Lamar Jackson is a really cool guy. He's got a good sense of humor. Give me Lamar Jackson. I've got a laid back crew, man. I got Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. We're just gonna have a fun time no matter what we do. Might go bowling. Might play a little
So
putt-putt.
boring.
Bowling with Lamar Jackson.
Tony, that's where I'm at in my life. I know you're younger than me by a few days.
Yes.
We go. I keep skipping Tony. Sorry, Tony. You're
I'm
up.
going C.J. Stroud.
I thought about that. He's a little too young for me,
Yes.
but I like his moxie as well.
He's got a cool, and then we'll go around Houston and just be the biggest star in the world.
All right, we'll do one more round. Jarrett,
I'll go Tyson Bagent
why?
because just from what I saw in the first episode of Hard Knocks, looks like a cool guy.
Okay.
Oh.
And then he went to like a coal miner school. So
All right.
Did you hear that he did the hardest thing he did in the offseason was a burpee broad jump mile?
yeah,
You do a burpee, which is a jump up and it's hard. They suck. Burpees suck. And then you do a broad jump, and he did a burpee broad jump for an entire mile. Like,
That's
it's insane.
insane.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
it was.
All right, we go to John.
Oh, we're still doing this. Give me. Oh gosh, I don't want Patrick Mahomes. I don't want to be around his wife and his voice. Give me Anthony Richardson. I thought he
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
He
Oh,
seems
I
like-
would just make him wear like a Cam Newton jersey and be like, I'm going to pretend you're Cam.
Yeah,
I was gonna
he
say
is like
something
Cam reincarnated.
I don't know if like somebody's maybe wife passes away, they try to like recreate her. Like you're trying to recreate Cam with
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Can you put this on? Hey, can you go like this? Can you do this Superman
Will
thing?
you dab
Hey,
on him?
can you go like this right quick?
You ever heard of this dab?
All right.
Justin Herbert for me.
Why is that?
I feel like I don't know. He seems like a good fella.
I don't have anything bad to say
I
about
feel like
this.
we go out to the club and the ladies would love him.
Man,
Better than what's his name
got
from
some good
the
options. here.
Jags.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell. I don't know. There's something about Lawrence. I don't know.
It's just like we'd have to go and pretend we're in Dazed and Confused, and he's just
A lot of nice guys on this list that would fit in with my group.
Dak's your guy right there. Just boring.
There's the Derek Carr that would be nice and boring. Brock Purdy would be pretty boring.
Tua.
And again, folks, this is a hangout draft. This is not. I hate to say it, but like Jalen Hurts is. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, it hurts your soul to say, huh?
Like he's got a sense of confidence about him that I hope Jaden Daniels will have. But I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts.
Especially when so many people doubted him.
Yeah.
Do we have another pick?
No, but we can throw our honorable mentions. Who you got?
Stetson Bennett.
Okay.
I like this, the grin you have on your face for it.
He was a partier
Yeah.
in college at Georgia.
Who?
And
All right.
got arrested. He was drunk on Good Morning in America the morning after
Like
they
what about a pass quarterback?
Phil Rivers
Oh God.
just seems like a nice country guy.
Yeah, we can go to mass together on Sunday.
No, he seems like somebody who can throw some down. Derek Carr would drag you to church. That is.
Well, I mean, he is
Johnny
Catholic.
Manziel.
Ooh, You are really feeling frisky today.
Brett Favre.
I'm a partier.
You seem like a Favre guy.
That was my first favorite player.
Yeah,
Brett
I could
Favre.
see that.
I can just see y'all after y'all just bailed some hay, y'all like this.
I think it would go Joe Namath.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be like, hand me that fur.
You're so pretty. I just want to kiss you.
I mean, Peyton and Eli. That would be boring.
Oh, that would be great. You
I
guys
like
would just sit around and watch TV.
Messing
and
around with them. Yeah. Recapping
Make TikToks.
episode of So Lost. So who?
By the way, my daughter has gotten into Lost.
Nice.
On our own, yeah.
Man, best show ever.
Crazy how many episodes there were in a season. It was like, I was like, man, she's like, I'm on season 1. It's like 23 episodes. I was like, geez.
And it really is like they didn't need all those episodes, and it's a bunch of crap. But it's really the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Put it up there with anything. What quarterback did you not want to hang out with? Nobody said Patrick Mahomes. Nobody said
Russ.
For sure.
Nobody said Russ.
Yeah.
Nobody said Caleb Williams.
No.
Or Jordan Love. No one said him.
Nah, I don't know enough about Jordan
He
Love.
fit in to your boring
I know,
crew just
pretty
fine.
boring. Yeah.
You guys would just go play golf.
Nobody said Geno. He would fit in with my
Boring,
group.
yeah.
Boring. Will Levis. I don't know what kind of dude he is.
Kyler.
This guy was too boring
Oh,
for me.
yeah, Kyler. I would, I should have gone all short quarterbacks so I didn't have to look
Yeah.
up to him.
We could have played games.
I could have gone Bryce, Kyler, and somebody. It would have been like
Doug Flutie.
We would have been, yeah.
Past quarterbacks to hang out with, Kurt Benkert. Just play NCAA College Football 25.
Jeff George and just be a total jerk to everybody who walked by.
Complete ale. Tony, I drafted a pretty boring team, but there was one guy too boring for my team, Daniel Jones.
Oh,
I couldn't
God.
even suffer through
Makes
that board.
Eli look exciting.
I don't think I've ever heard Daniel Jones speak.
If you just wanted a calm night, Daniel Jones
Check that out.
with his big eyes could hang out with you. Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, a lot of young guys. Justin Fields. Sam
Daniel
Darnold.
Jones' wife
Tony?
does not appreciate him.
Sam
I'm pretty
Darnold?
sure.
You don't hang out with
Yeah,
Sam?
kind of be boring.
All right. Drew Lock, he would have been a good call.
Yeah.
He knows the words to Young Jeezy's I put on
yeah,
for my
that would
city.
have been. Yeah.
So he might be kind of cool. Oh,
Just play that on repeat with him.
Tyrod Taylor would have been just old enough and boring enough to hang out with my crew.
Tell me about the time they stabbed you.
All right. Chad says, who the hell calls him Phil Rivers?
People who don't respect NC State and the Chargers.
Got it.
Ah!
And he has like 17 kids because he's Catholic, so you
Yeah.
would be going to mass.
Today, I do not apologize.
Thank you, Jim. Tony, C3 podcast. What do you guys have going
Yeah,
on?
that Friday free for all tonight, which should be wild or wildly depressing, depending on how Chandler reacted. We'll have the latest coverage on Tuesday nights at 9, and then when the season kicks off, we'll be doing the post game.
Redbeard forgot to shout this out earlier. This was during our first segment. He said the Panthers needed Tony's drone to play better last
I
night.
figured that's what I meant to say. This is the reason the Pats had our number is because we gave away the game plan.
Yeah, the drone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
thank you.
Later, buddy.